Hi, I'm Jean-Pierre Bekker from the beautiful city of Pretoria, and I'm going to take this next 5 minutes just to share my testimony with you, because I have a phenomenal testimony of what God has done in my life. But first of all, I want to give God the glory and the honor for uncapped education, or rather homeschooling or deschooling, whatever you want to call it. But it's a huge honor for us to raise our children in the fear of the Lord. Daily, we have the opportunity to impart into their lives revelation concerning their destiny, concerning their future, and to develop them into the destiny and the calling that God has for their lives. So to start with my testimony, my parents got divorced on the age of 10. And when they got divorced, I lived a reckless life. When my parents got divorced, I lived on the streets. I was bound to hardcore drugs for many years. From the age of 10 to 16, I lived on the streets, bound and caught up in the snare of the devil. But I had a sovereign encounter with God while overdosing on drugs. I had a supernatural encounter with Jesus where He delivered me, He set me free. And since that day, I've never went back to drugs, never went back into the world. But what really changed my life was when Dr. Donnie Slubbert took me into his house as a father figure. He imparted into my life. He downloaded into my life everything that God imparted into him. And he was really that father figure in my life. So I want to give God the glory and the praise for real fathers out there. Although there are so many, fatherless sons and daughters out there without fathers, I want us to know that God is raising up in this day and hour fathers that will be the father to those who are fatherless. So I want to commend you guys to continue to impart into your children, continue to raise them up in the fear of the Lord as they are with you in your homes on a daily basis. Believe in them, invest time in them. We don't just spend time with our children, but rather we invest time in them. We have time to listen to them. We have time to impart into them, to speak into their lives. And that is the beauty of uncapped education, taking the limits off, taking the boundaries off, and raising them up in the fear of the Lord. So I would challenge you guys to go for it all the way. Don't just put them in some system, but rather raise them up yourself in the fear of the Lord, into the direction that God has destined for their lives. We've seen the favor of God upon our lives. I am a success story. We just renovated a 1,000-seater building where we had to believe God for millions, and the millions was released because the hand of God is upon our lives. And when the hand of God is upon your life, you will surely become a success story. Bless you.